This is CEOHaize coming to you yet again with a little bit more of an update from the news that we had yesterday, and that is that WWE is reportedly set to announce deals with both ICW and Progress and airing their shows on the WWE network. It's been reported by the Wrestling Observer that the deal for ICW is worth $50,000 per year. It's a 3-year deal, and it would expire in early 2020. Now, that deal is reportedly to be a little bit less than what Flow Sports is paying for Evolve, which they're a bigger company, so I can understand that. But the key thing here is Progress. Now, if Progress Wrestling does sign a deal to air their product on the WWE network, what does that say to talents like Drew Galloway, Grado, and Bram, who are under contracts with TNA? I mean, that it can get really interesting here as far as in the next couple of months to see what WWE does with announcing these partnerships with these other independent promotions and airing it on the network. Also yesterday, a little bit after I came out with the news yesterday, it was reported that WWE sent out a poll asking about a few other independent promotions and TNA to see what the feeling would be to air some of that product on the network. You know, it was reported when TNA was considering selling their tape library to the WWE that they just wanted that TNA's history to be able to air that on the network. So I mean, it makes you think, are the doors being open now with the WWE considering working with a lot of other promotions where we may see a partnership with TNA, where we may see a partnership with ROH? It's getting really interesting now. WWE is not really. You hear a lot of people say they're bringing the territory system back. It's not really that, but it's kind of the 2017 version of that. And also coming from the Wrestling Observer, we get announced saying that WWE is considering making a move into Mexico to directly compete with CMLL. I mean, like I just said, it's getting really interesting to see what WWE is doing and how they're trying to get all this talent in and breach all these markets. Vince is a smart guy. I mean, he's done it before with kind of taking over that territory system, and now he's doing a new version of that. It's going to be it's going to get real here. And the fact that you hear about New Japan having shows now here over in the United States, WWE's branching out into all these different countries, potentially. We don't know anything for sure yet, but potentially. Wrestling is it seems like it's all building up really to being with, you're either in a partnership with the WWE or you're in a partnership with New Japan Pro Wrestling. And I mean, it's going to breed, I'm excited for it because it's going to breed competition and it's going to make everyone kind of kick their game up. At least that's what I hope comes of this. I mean, it's everything right now is all speculative, so it's hard to really get into too much details of it. But once something is announced one way or another, then, you know, we'll see how New Japan reacts. We'll see how ROH reacts. We'll see how CMLL reacts to these deals that WWE is working. And also on that same note, it looks like WWE and Flow Slam are in a competition to sign Rev Pro up for either one of their networks. You know, Rev Pro reportedly is, this again is coming from the Wrestling Observer, is hesitant to sign a deal with WWE because of their partnership with New Japan Pro Wrestling. Goes back to what I just said. It's really these two companies that are kind of heading everything up. And are we headed for a war? Are we headed for New Japan and WWE to be in direct competition? I hope so. I really, really do, because it's going to make both products better. It's going to make, overall, it could be good for wrestling. Now, with that said, I said that could be good for wrestling. It can be very good for wrestling if we don't see a WWE style forced upon anyone who makes a deal with WWE. Keep everything unique, keep everything fresh, keep everything with its own feel. And, you know, to have something like a Rev Pro, have something like a Progress, an ICW, things that were super big wrestling fans like me, I watch because I go after any wrestling that I can. But if you make that more accessible to people who do only watch WWE, people who are only subscribed to the WWE network, and outside of that, they don't watch anything else, you're opening your eyes to a lot more talent. You're getting a lot more just names out there, and it's going to help the business as a whole in that sense. But you have to keep each one of these promotions to what makes them unique to themselves. Again, I mean, that's all that we have right now. Depending on how this all shakes down, I may be back having another news segment later on today. But I am CEOHaize of the Wrestling World Podcast Network. Check out thewwpn.com. Subscribe, like, share, do everything for us there. We have podcasts covering Raw, SmackDown, TNA, New Japan Pro Wrestling, NXT. We are also going to start streaming, doing live hangouts on air for all of our pay-per-view reviews. So look for us right after the Rumble. We will be live on this channel. I hope to see you guys there. This has been CEOHaize. I'm out.